show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, no that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We going honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. That's me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
First opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. Championship game. Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run. But I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run. One that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The slot man in motion right. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Ryan. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field, and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
To throw again is Ryan. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where it all started. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. On the keeper, here's Ryan. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at it, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Here we go. Set. Mustang 19. Set.
To throw is Perkins. That's caught by Waller out left side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Perkins. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Come on.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Ka'imi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Colts nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense at the line and set to go. Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Ryan. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. The 20, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Colts nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the draw is Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Ryan. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now it's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
9 yards. And a Las Vegas first down.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Perkins. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And some room to maneuver. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On first down, Perkins. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run, 34 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Okay, ready?
3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready?
They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10.
Hey, check that.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A final shot before break. Ryan, he's going to air one out. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. fielded just outside the goal line. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep, flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends.